how are you doing? This is Madhvi from TaroticallySpeaking.com, my blog site where I talk about all my experiences with and about the tarot cards. I also review tarot decks and books, and now I'm on YouTube and I'm making videos about the things that I used to blog about. So, I also, by the way, do readings for people, not professionally. That's what I do. I also mentor. So, in case you are interested in any of that, just be sure to check out the links in the description box below and you can get in touch. Now, today's video is pretty interesting. If you've seen the spread videos that I make every month, like I make videos every week, but I specifically do some very specific spread videos every month, and I've been focused on the Celtic cross for the past couple of months. The month before this, I think we are in August, right? So July, I think I did a Celtic cross for relationship and romance kind of a spread. And the month before that, June, I think, yeah, I did a video where I did a general reading using the Celtic cross, right? So I'll put the links up there somewhere, wherever, in that corner, the corner, this left right thing, when you're shooting, you're looking at yourself in the computer, it's all over the place. Anyway, the point is, you'll have the links somewhere in the corner where the links, I can put those links so you can see those videos if you want to go, revise and just take a look at them. Now, the thing is, I'm gonna be probably concluding that series today with a Celtic cross for a work and career kind of reading, right? The idea is to show, or rather it was to show, that you can use the Celtic cross spread in various ways, and typically you can use it for a general reading, for a relationship reading, and now for a career reading. If, however, you feel that, oh, I want a reading focus on any other specific topic that doesn't fall under these categories, write to me and I'll put it in my list. Maybe we can add to this series more, down the line. So totally, why not? So without any further ado, let's go do that reading. Okay, so here we are, and as you can see, I'm going to be using my universal weight pocket tarot deck because the card size is a little bit smaller. I actually got this deck because I realized that the full-sized tarot cards weren't fitting in the frame of the camera. It sucks. Anyway, I hope I make enough money to buy a better camera. Okay, so as you can see, this is a deck which has not been shuffled, so I'm gonna go shuffle it. And while I do that, I'm going to talk a little bit about the reading that we are going to do, about the person that I'm going to read for today. Oh, hell. Sorry about that. I need to get the significator card. So I'm going to just turn this over. See, this is what happens when you don't really think. For example, if we have a significator card, which is, say, looking in another direction. Do we have one? Oh, yeah, let's say... Okay, you know what? Let's do this guy, right? This guy, he's looking in this direction, so the past card will actually come in the other direction. Why don't we take the King of Wands as the significator this time? Okay, because both are Leo, so it doesn't matter. That's how I see both of them, as Leo, because there's that whole lion symbolism everywhere. So let's do this. Let's do this reading for a Leo male. Of course, now this is a fictional Leo male who is going through, this is a Leo male I don't know about. So the universe is going to literally give me the reading of a Leo male, all right, who is having questions about his career, and he's like, what to do, what should I do, and so forth. So he wants to know, the general direction in which his career is headed. All right, that's just what we're going to do. There's no specific question at hand. We're just going to see how this guy's career is headed. So it is kind of like a general reading, but we are going to now read each card within the context of work and career. So the meanings will be work and career, that there'll be that shade of work and career to it. All right. And so here's my significator, the King of Wands right here. And I'm just shuffling my deck. And so remember, because the past card has to show up where he's not looking, in the direction that he's not looking. So in this one, the past card is going to be at the right side, not the left side, like how, most times in the Celtic cross you would expect it to be. That's how this spread is laid out. Oh. All right. So let me just focus. And I'm just going to pull 10 cards from my fan. Card number 1 will be this fellow's environment. Card number 2 will be his obstacles. Card number 3 is ideal, or what he wants. Card number 4, what he has to work with. Card number 5, now coming here, is the past. Card number 6 is the future. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to lay this, the arm of the cross, as they call it, on this side. Okay. So I'm just going to be shifting everything here, but for now, let this be here. Then we have all about him, his environment, his hopes and fears, and ultimately what the outcome will be. Okay. Now bear in mind, this is going to be all about his career. Okay. All right. Just going to put this. Moving it. So are we still in the frame? Oh boy. Okay. Okay, I hope you can see the bulk of the card anyway. All right, so let's begin. Okay. This guy, he's a Leo male, which is why we have the King of Wands here as the significator. This is where he's looking at, so which is why the arm of the cross I've placed over here, and this is the future card, this is the past card. Got it? Now let's see what his environment is like. And again, bear in mind, a career reading, so whatever card comes up, all these cards are going to be interpreted within that context. Okay, so we have 6 of Swords reversed. This is his environment, and I'm sensing here, because all these swords are falling out, that is that transition. It is still a reversed card. It is a very emotional phase for him career wise. He is letting go of many things. So it could be that he is decided, he has chosen to walk away from the job that he's doing, because there's so much baggage here. There's so much emotional upheaval over there. And maybe he is in charge of doing many things there. He's in charge of taking care of many things over there. But overall, maybe he's not been getting the appreciation that he wants, because, Leo males, they want that appreciation. They need that appreciation. Otherwise, they don't feel loved, and, they need to be feeling that love. And so he doesn't feel it, or probably he's gotten bored as well. Whatever the case may be, he's just like, what, drop it. I'm done with this. I'm done with taking care of all this nonsense. There's way too much emotional upheaval here. I'm going to maybe start looking for a job, which is great. So what crosses him, or his obstacles here? We have the Death card, right? And this is, I'm going to look at it as an upright Death card, and that is his obstacle. The Death card, now, which is very interesting. Okay, I'm going to show this card to you. The Death card is all about endings. The Death card is all about, closing the chapters and leaving things behind to start, brand new. Now, had this card been reversed, right? We would be like, oh, he's finding it hard to, let go and blah, blah, blah. But this card is upright. And upright, it seems like, in considering the situation that this guy is in, where he's wanting to drop all his baggage and let go and move past it, how does this card come up as an obstacle? It's actually good, right? But that's his obstacle. Now think about it. Ending things, walking away from things. That is where the hurdle is. Maybe as a person, it is difficult for him to just drop everything and walk away. Maybe he's right in the middle of a project. Maybe he's right in the middle of something important. Or maybe he's got way too many attachments, work wise, personally, whatever, all kinds of connections and human bonds there, and which is could be the reason the walking away part has now become, or it has, because of that, all this, closing all the loose ends, wrapping up all the loose ends, closing the chapter and walking away, it has actually become hard for him. It's become an obstacle for him. It's very difficult for him to walk away because he's not able to find the strength, perhaps, or the courage, perhaps, or the opportunity even to wrap things up and say, you know what, I'm done. Maybe it could be because he hasn't necessarily found another job yet, so that's probably why he's here for a reading, right? Okay, so let's look at card number 3. We'll know what he wants, right? And here we have 7 of Wands. This is interesting, right? He wants more work. He wants more opportunities. He wants also not to be maybe dodging the jealousies of other people. And this is where my intuition is coming into play, all right? I'm looking at all these wands coming at him, and I'm looking at how emotionally he's handling it, and that's the feeling I'm getting here, is that he wants to creatively express himself in the job that he's doing, but all the while he is just troubleshooting. All the while he is just dealing with other people's issues and jealousies. He is not necessarily focusing on his work per se. He's only focusing on handling the politics of the situation, or the problems of other people and the jealousies of other people. And at this, because of this, his creative abilities have been neglected. So that is what he wants. He wants a job where he can express his creative abilities without having to deal with the ridiculous nonsense of politics and whatnot that comes in every job. All right, so the next card number 4, is what he has to work with. And we have the Empress reversed. Again, see, Empress is all about creativity. The Empress is also all about abundance and the ability to kind of bring forth, into, here you go, pride. You'll see she's bringing stuff. She's supposed to be pregnant. That's very symbolic because she's bringing forth something new. She's creating something. She's making all this abundance happen in a very symbolic way. She is the mother, right? She is also Venus, which is creativity and love of everything that's lovely. Reverse, it's the same energy coming through. He is forced to be in a situation. This is what he's working with. He's forced to be in a situation where he can't creatively express himself, where he can't bring into life maybe the project or the ideas that he wants to do, and that is likely stifling him, and that is probably the reason why he wants to move. Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so now the past. And now we know, because he's looking in this direction, the past card is here. Past, we have Judgment reverse. Now, what is the Judgment card all about? I know when you look at the Judgment, you look at the name Judgment and you're like, oh, is it about being judgy or being judgmental, or is it maybe some kind of legal judgment? It's none of that. The Judgment, because why we are taking this reference is looking at the image. This is all about Judgment Day. What happens on Judgment Day? The myth, or the mythic base of the logic of it, is that the angel will blow the trumpet and all these souls will be judged according to their deeds, and then they will be either sent to heaven or hell. That is the whole concept of Judgment Day, right? So now we're going to interpret that meaning of this image, to modern times, or to the situation at hand, and of course in the context of this guy's career. Now, upright, this card would have said, okay, he's maybe hearing a piece of news that will liberate him, set him free from some kind of long struggle, or something, that he has awaited for a long time will actually happen. He will hear that news, right? But this card has shown up reversed in the past. And what has happened is, in the past, he has either failed to hear those cosmic signs, right? He's ignored them to his own peril, and which is why he's caught in this struggle. Again, I will bring your notice to the death card, which also talks about similar issues where you're caught in this whole long struggle, and he's again struggling to let go. That is his obstacle, right? That is shown up as his obstacle, and this comes from the past, where time and again he has come face to face with this situation and he's ignored it, or he said, never mind, if I, it will go away, this will not happen again, blah blah blah. He's convinced himself, he's told himself many things over time, which is kind of why he's now in this predicament. He's again finding it very hard to let go. So judgment reversed in the past, he has ignored all those wake-up calls that came his way. But now he's kind of done. He's ready to throw in the towel, or so it would seem. Now let's see what happens in the future. Hierophant. Nice. Now, most people would look at the Hierophant and say, oh, morality, oh, society. Yeah, sure. That's what that card is all about in a certain way. But if you look at it closely, the Hierophant card also talks about systems. Hierophant also brings in the whole broader concept of society. Hierophant also talks about schools and universities where learning, what he's imparting his knowledge here to these guys, where learning is a very systematic approach, right? So now, within the context of the career situation, the Hierophant can represent a very big company, a very big organization where there are a lot of systems in place, a lot of rules in place, and it can talk about those kind of organizations that are kind of like institutions in themselves, like a really big company where he might end up working. That is what I'm sensing here. Okay, now the Hierophant within the career or work reading basically is telling me that soon enough he's probably going to be finding himself within a big organization which has a lot of these systems and rules and whatnot in place, and there is a definite process to everything, right? So maybe perhaps, and I'm just not, this is not intuitive, this is just comparing say a Fortune 500 company with a startup. You know how that goes, right? The energy is very different. With a big company like that, everything, there is a documented process for everything, whereas in a startup, people are just figuring it out. So if you're employed within these two companies, the energy that you're going to be dealing with or working with, or the people you're going to be dealing with, or the systems or processes that you're going to be dealing with are going to be very, very different, right? So this here is a company that has established systems, protocols, processes, and everything in place. And that's where he's headed. That's where the future is. So let's look at the arm of the cross here. Now, this is him. And we have 8 of Wands, right? He's in a very positive frame of mind. All right, this is what I'm sensing, because 8 of Wands is all about, let me do this positive energy. He is in a very positive frame of mind. He's ready to go at it. I think he is in that space where he wants to really overcome his hurdle. He's like, I'm done with this, whatever is going on, and I want to genuinely, from the 7, he wants to move to the 8. He is already moving to the 8 in his head. He's like, I don't want to deal with this no more. I want to go to a place where I can be myself, where I can be free, where I can express myself creatively, all of that. He wants, he's in that space. He's ready to make that move, and he wants to do it quick, because swiftness is also the characteristic of this particular card. So then the next one is his environment, and we have 7 of Swords reversed. So now he is very honestly, very truthfully looking into what he can do to make all of this happen. It's pretty interesting to see two sevens again. There's a 6, 7, 8, and then a 7 again, right? He's back to that kind of energy. Again, Seven of Swords upright is the card of someone who is very opportunistic. But this guy is being honest. He can't be opportunistic. Or maybe he's not having many opportunities right now. That's the environment card, right? So perhaps there are not many opportunities available to him right now. Although he wants to now, he's kind of, that's why this card shows up. Like, he wants to be someone who takes uh, you know, takes the opportunity that when it comes to him, but probably there are not too many opportunities around. But he's still plodding away systematically. He's going at it. I just hope he doesn't lose the courage or his momentum, all right? Now, the next one is his hopes and fears. And here we have the King of Cups, right? He hopes that, again, King of Cups is all about being in charge of creative situations. That's his hope. And that is also his biggest fear. That's the feeling I'm getting. This is pure intuition on my part. He hopes that he will be ultimately in a position where he is in charge and where he can creatively express himself and where he can do the things that he wants to do. But that is also his biggest fear, because he has been denied that opportunity for so long. And the Cups people are emotional. Yeah, he is the King of Wands, yes. But here is where he comes and becomes a little emotional. He's like, he probably has doubts also that, okay, now that if I do get that opportunity, will I be able to make it? Will I be able to do it? Fear of failure is a very legit fear, but so is fear of success. And that's what's going on with this guy here. All right, and finally, the outcome card. Let's see. The Wheel of Fortune. Ta-da! Look, it's all's well that ends well. And with this guy, Wheel of Fortune comes along. Sooner or later, the situation which is showing that, right now there are no opportunities. Soon enough, opportunities are going to come at him. All right. His luck is going to turn, and the kind of offers or the jobs that he is looking for, he is soon enough bound to find them. Here's the thing with the Wheel of Fortune. It is a wheel that keeps on turning. He needs to be quick about his decisions. He doesn't have time, or he doesn't have that kind of luck to kind of dawdle around and say, oh, maybe I'll think about it over the next 3 weeks. Nope. Opportunities are going to rush right at him. Now, he has to be quick on his feet. He has to be discreet, and he has to decide, okay, which opportunity do I want to go for? Which opportunity sounds legit? Which opportunity? Because in the Wheel of Fortune, all kinds of opportunities come, all kinds, good, bad, legit, not legit. So he needs to be quick on his, quick to decide, okay, this sounds legit. This looks real. I want to go for this. I want to pursue this. And so out of the 50 different opportunities that come to him, and 50 being a very arbitrary number that's popped out of my mouth, let's say 50 opportunities come to him, 10 will be real, and out of those 10, he has to sift through and, shorten the list to maybe 5 or 3 that he genuinely is also going to pursue, or they will come to that point. So that is how the Wheel of Fortune works. There's a whole lot of stuff. But remember, the wheel turns. So make sure you take advantage of this time when it shows up. When the opportunities start showing up, Mr. King of Wands, just quickly apply to all those jobs. Go give your interviews and make the call on which, job you really want to pursue, and go for it. Don't let your fears hold you back. All right. And although right now maybe opportunities are not there, keep at it, because the kind of job that you're looking for is coming your way, and you will actually be in a position where you can find, even within this Hierophant environment, you will be able to express your creative side. All right. So this is very interesting. Again, now that I'm looking at it, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 cards which are major arcana, right? So out of a spread of 10 cards, which I'm not going to be counting this guy, all right? Out of a spread of 10 cards, we have 4 which are major arcana. Like 40% of this is very heavy, very destiny based, I would say, which is a very big picture. So there is that change in the air, which could be the reason why this guy is actually taking the action, which he didn't previously. Right now, the forces of the universe are pushing him towards taking that decision. And believe it or not, it is coming. The good things are on their way in terms of his career. Everything that he wanted is coming his way. So keep at it, Mr. King of Wands. Find a way to overcome this hurdle, of letting go, and find a way to, do that peacefully with a clear, open heart, clear, open mind, and make sure that when the opportunities come, don't let your fears hold you back. Make sure that you sift through all the opportunities that come. Okay, I'm so sorry about that. The landline. Who calls on? Who picks up all the phone on the landlines these days? Anyway, point is, marketing people. That's who. Anyway, the point. So, as I was saying, make sure you make the best of these opportunities that are coming your way. Sift through them very quickly, take your decisions, use your intuition, use your gut, because as the King of Wands, you have a very well-honed, well-tuned kind of gut instinct. Use it to get to what you want, and just make that leap. It's going to be great for you. All right, don't doubt yourself, just do it. Okay, all right, this is pretty cool. Hey, what an interesting video, right? What an interesting reading. I mean, it was super cool how that Wheel of Fortune just showed up, right? It was like, oh my god. So here's the thing. That got me thinking, like it's great if you get a happy ending or a good kind of outcome when you do a reading like that. But what if you get a negative outcome? How do you handle it? Right? This is a very interesting topic. Give me your thoughts, give me your ideas, give me, I know how I do it. But I want to hear how you guys do it. So talk to me about it in the comment section, and maybe I'll make a video about it. Meanwhile, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, and of course you liked it, hit the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel already, gosh, what are you waiting for? Just hit that subscribe button already. Hit the notification icon, and so every time I have a new video up, you will be notified. Or if you have a busy schedule and you don't have the time for all this, subscribe to my newsletter. I send kind of like a digest newsletter at the end of each month, talking about all the stuff I did, the videos I made, and all the links and everything are in there. So, at the end of the month, you can just click on those links and go watch all my videos, If you are keen on card a day readings, I do that. I post them on my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. You can follow me on either of these places. Links are in the description. And of course, if you want to book a reading for yourself and see how things are going to work out, or you're going to need more insight on specific situations, you know what to do. Book a reading. Links are in the description. All right, so enough of the self-promotion. I'm actually gonna go have lunch. I'm kind of hungry. I guess I will see you again next week. Until then, stay good, be good, and play with your cards. Bye now.